Today I'm talking to each of the guys around the year that was 2020, the effects that COVID has had on each of their respective business units, what skill sets have been in demand, where most of the action has been, and most importantly, what we're expecting to see in 2021. Welcome to the latest edition of Tom Talks. Today I'll welcome Jack Brown, who runs T+O+M Executive's funds and custody practice. Over to you, Jack.
COVID, we've seen an interesting trend spark from mainly from the global fund managers and asset servicing businesses in this industry. COVID has affected Australia, but we've been fortunate enough not to be as affected as badly as some other locations, which has been well documented, such as India or China. What we're seeing is some of these global firms are actually bringing some of these roles back onshore just to ensure business can continue and that they're confident they can deliver to their clients. So the salary levels pre-COVID and the roles that were in most high demand pre-COVID were mainly manager levels and senior management, mainly around that 150 to 250k mark. Since COVID though, around that March-April period, it's been a very different story where most of those roles pretty much went on hold for the time being, and most firms went on global hiring freezes or even local hiring freezes. Saying that though, mainly it's been taken over by junior operation contracts, so the demand has shifted from these senior manager roles down to these daily rate and fixed term contracts, mainly around 80,000 to about 150,000 package. It's mainly just been operational roles or in the back office or within fund accounting. And pre-COVID, there was a lot of demand for business development managers and senior distribution staff across boutique funds and global fund managers. Since the March-April period and the announcement of COVID, though, that has dropped off significantly, and it makes sense, right, because a lot of people don't want to be hiring salespeople in these conditions because it'd be very difficult for someone to come on board and be able to do a business development and make cold calls and win new business in this virtual world. So it's mainly, there's only been a few boutique funds that haven't been affected so much by COVID that are hiring head of distribution roles at the moment. For the most part, though, there has been pretty much an elimination of sales roles in the market. The sectors were most busy pre-COVID were mainly front office roles within sales and product and client relationship management. However, since COVID, a lot of the front office roles have dropped off, and rightly so, because we're living in this virtual world. It's very difficult for someone to start in a front office role in these conditions. What's replaced that has been mainly operations and fund accounting positions, which has been probably the highest demand in kind of the whole of the industry. In terms of fund accounting, it's a difficult role to fill because majority of the custodians and firms have actually outsourced and offshored a lot of these positions. So it's mainly an oversight of offshore work, which makes it hard to breed new talent and find talent pools of these people because the roles don't actually exist onshore anymore. So some funds are looking for solutions from maybe from the Big Four or other banks to see if they can come across and use their accounting skills and cross-train into a fund accounting position. 2021. Since September, there's been a gradual return to the offices for the most part across Sydney and Australia as a whole. We've seen that there's going to be a reduction in contract roles, and a lot of those roles that have been hired contract during this time will become permanent in the new year. We've also seen that the continual trend of global custodians working on their technology and platform offering, and we've seen that more senior roles are coming back to the market, both in the front and middle office, roles around that 150 to 250, even up to 300k base, which is great to see. The funny thing for me during COVID was seeing all these senior contacts that I would normally meet in their armour or their suit, normally in their tracky dacks or in their pyjamas, or I've even seen people's kids making faces in the back of Zoom calls. There was one time actually, there was even a cat that jumped up onto the keyboard and freaked both of us out. It's been pretty interesting. You've been quite welcomed into people's personal lives, so it's been quite interesting to see that.